Hello, it's KRBrickBot, not the Miniforce guy. Not the Super Power Rangers guy. Yeah, but then Miniforce with the 6th season did something new with like Super Cops. Yeah, all police themed, released in the fall of 23. They started out with heads, transforming mechs into heads. And then the initial 4 of them, but then later 5, so a total of 9 different heads. So I'm taking the time to look at 2 of them. Well, yeah, obviously Battle Cop, because everybody is talking about Battle Cop, because I guess because it's black. Actually, I have a different reason for me just selecting this one, but you know Battle Cop. But the other one I'm going to look at, the same one, is Scien Cop. Because that's a nice teal color. Yeah, it's a nice window style with a nice glossy border around here. Selective glossiness. Nice head renders. Big old mouthpiece for Scien Cop, and then the Korean name and the English name right on top there. The same volt's gonna be on all of them. Yeah, this looks like a little parking ticket or something, you know, for this background, and then cybernetic storms. They have a little number there. This is number 8. This is number 9. There's even a barcode with the name in cursive there. Miniforce Super Cops, and then Battle Cop. Scrunch corner. And these boxes do tell you specific tech specs. Yeah, I guess for Battle Cop, max speed, low in health. I guess glass cannon type. Scien Cop, like lowest in speed and then most in health. Yeah, so little stats to give you to get the imagination running. Like which sort of these mechs would be suited in which situations. Head mode transformation, all of them include 2-way badges to put on your pocket or belt, or as the head stand. Yeah, this side, yeah, the next portrait of the robots with a Home Plus sticker, because this is from Home Plus, with some police crossing tape in the background and a forensic fingerprint for Scien Cop. I guess that's a clever thematic decoration. Heading to the bottom here. Yeah, includes a cardboard display stand. Yeah, this was in October of 23. Unboxing Scien Cop. Yeah, there's the display stand box. There's the buyer right there. Yeah, scientific investigation type. Low speed, high health. Yeah, it's one of those easy slip-on covers, no tape. I like the minty green of Scien Cop, so I guess that's why I picked this one. Yeah, I immediately thought like of a forensic specialist giant mech. Yeah, there's a nice green, the minty green throughout, and the white. And some gold. The gold that is the lighter, swirly type of gold that could look a little cheap. Yeah, there's a bit of a kibble here, like a big head flap here, with the giant robot head in the back. Yeah, careful not to hinge it in the wrong way. Yeah, pretty short stature, and then pretty short arms. There are several named designers working on Miniforce Super Cops, and Scien Cop is Muka's first premiere entry. Yeah, so that's good to know. And yeah, it is nice to have that, like, indicating symbol. That is a microscope there. And all the head cops' heads are just basically tiny versions of the big heads. So we'll see how well detailed that is compared to the big head. But the small head has pretty good details here, like the separate plastic visors, a nice metallic paint here, the gold ears here, that's the same thing. Comes with 2 blasters, these ice blasters that they slide out from the back. I guess they could be 2-way, depending on how you look at it. Yeah, these do go into 5mm hands on those clear hinges and clear posts, so minor concern there. 5mm. And I assume all the head cops transform in the same way and have the same posability range. So, ball socket head articulation side to side, forward and back, ball socket around, ball socket cut in, outward that much. I guess this particular one has inner sliding joints and they kind of pop off easily, so double elbow joint, no bicep, no wrist, no waist, ball socket forward, ball socket back that much, ball socket forward that much, and then splits. No thigh swivel either. Not much in toe, so yep, I expect all of the head cops to have this range of articulation. Maybe some minor variances in the clearances of the shoulders and the knees and the back kibble. Otherwise, it's the same amount of number of joints. Yeah, so not the most posable, but decently posable, just neither of the intermediate bicep or thighs. Yeah, so it might be hard to get a little pose with these little guys since, you know, thigh swivels are usually more important. These head cops are deluxe sized and deluxe priced. But the show actually shows them they are like colossal mechs. Just colossal mechs piloted by all 4 of the cops. So each ranger is not assigned to a specific head cop. They just all pilot the same thing, just kind of switch out different modes. So tiny affordable toy. And they decide to represent them as giant colossal mechs in the show. Just kind of, for scale accuracy, that's gonna throw off some things, as if the giant head wasn't already throwing off scale. So what other giant mechs but the Gundam? Like the entry grade Gundam and the Gundam Universe? The 6-inch one, the 6-inch pre-built figures versus the common Gunpla? Yeah, it's somewhere right in between. Yeah, I guess, you know, entry grade is a much more common scale, the 144, so yeah, imagine these are just the same size as Gundams, but bigger and wider and girthier. Yeah, although I was hoping to pit them against, you know, Power Ranger monsters, so that's a little big. These 7-inch giant monster figures are a little big. Yeah, but still, yeah, you can still imagine like giant mech battles against, you know, Power Rangers Lightning Force is the only way you can think of getting, you know, affordable villain of the week. Yeah, just imagine, you know, the Scien Cop using freezing plants. Transformation, I'm expecting to be the same general pattern. Like, fold the arms all the way back like this. Then legs clip in, feet tuck in, side panels rotate 180. Then, yeah, I guess kneecaps are optional on some cases, and then just backward bend those knees. Flip over the head covering. Just kind of slide some joints in there. It might depend on each head cop. And then, specifically for this one, I guess you just fold in the cheeks after splitting out these little scopes. And then clipping them here. And then you can clip them on the badge here, which you can put on your belt or your pants. Or just put them like this for the nice solid base. Just don't clip this head right on your pants. Why would you do that? How can I forget weapon storage? The 5mm ports right on the side here for big old headlights. Or is it the other way around? Like so that they're slightly higher up. So I guess this particular head, it's a nice, the minty teal and white color combination with some black and gold. And the Miniforce intricately designed badge there, that's a symbol. Yeah, I guess the gold here is shown prominently, like, I guess these are extra goggles. His faceplate is a bit more packed and the least visible of the faceplate since he got a molded, like, breathing apparatus molded right in the face. And I guess these side goggles got really bulk up the cheeks, and I thought these were only for the head mode, like extra pop-out goggles, readers, scanners. A little bit awkward on the eyes in addition to the visor already here. The visor with a little reticle sculpted in there. Yeah, so that's an interesting type of, much more technically decorated type of helmet for the scientific forensic stuff this thing is coming for. But why is it a head? Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't play too much into the show. It's just a different mode for them to switch into battle. These are a bit bigger than the Titan class Transformer heads. So might look slightly bigger or humanly proportioned. Caffeinated Squirpanock. This isn't really meant to be a headmaster thing. This is just some sort of Grand Sword thing. You know Grand Sword, those big intricate heads, transforming heads. I prefer to open from the bottom since it's easiest to take the display stand out like this. Little display stand, like a little punch in for the stand. The stats are also right on the back, and even a tiny little English smile here. Basic stats for this mech. Okay, now on to Battle Cop, the one that everyone takes a liking to the most. Because I guess it's black, because it's a sleek black type of robot. Though maybe I think it's a little too black in my opinion, maybe because it's down to the head, the tiny little head overshadowed by much of the back head kibble. Yeah, I feel like the silver and the bright gold maybe doesn't break up the color scheme enough, so maybe a bit more color alteration, but otherwise... Yeah, just much, also a big statement, like, the forearm things, they are mini Gatling guns. Little detail there. Gold vents. And I guess the chest symbol, that's like a targeting rectangle that's molded there, and also a little bar here, and very intricately asymmetrical design. I guess these hexagonal patterns in his shoulders are missile pods. They could be missile pods with a giant missile pod hole, not connector holes. They are connector holes, but they could be giant missile pod holes. Okay, this one has a waist swivel, unlike that one. So, yeah, the articulation may vary. Yeah, but I guess these shoulder joints still are also maybe a bit more butterfly here. A bit more double elbow bend. No thigh swivel here. But I think my point still stands that the articulation is the same for most of these. Oh, this one came scratch foot damaged right out of the box. That's battle damage, but I didn't want that. The two weapons are this big sniper gun, or the machine gun, with a nice little stock here, bump stock, magazine, and this rocket launcher with an extending barrel. Nice boxy actually back, and looks like a little carrying handle. And the handles are offset. Yeah, so that they can clear way of the arms. Yeah, so if this was straight ahead, then that would limit the arm articulation, but yeah, now it can move the elbow freely. So that was good foresight to offset those. Yeah, how embarrassing to think that this is actually a long gun barrel, not just the back chute of a rocket launcher. Yeah, so the offset does match each hand. Designed by Chanis, who also designed the metal carbide Black Hook. And its two weapons are based off of the main weapons of characters from the Blue Archive game. Kagami Chihiro's back door, based off of a M27 1AR. And Imashino Misaki's Saint Predator, based off of a F1M92 Stinger. That is a deep cut from the word of the designer that you wouldn't know casually collecting these Korean Transformer robos. For transformation, yeah, just make sure to put those arms in the right place, although it's a little harder for these sauce matches. They are pretty tight. Then click, rotate around. There's a Task Force 94 sculpted onto the side of the legs. That's also a nice reference to something. Yeah, you heard of Task Force. And then, yeah, just slide out the head covering. Yeah, so that's much more intricate than a big old head flap. Then, yeah, slide up. Waist swivel. Yep. Heels down, and then head in. And then, yeah, plug the weapons. Make sure, like, the teal painted side here is first, so they don't look much like weapons. They look much more like equipment now. Oh, yeah, so, yeah, make sure, yeah, this sniper rifle, make sure it goes onto this side. And then also a little hole here. Yeah, these are specifically designed to mount on the specific side. And then it's bigger than 5mm hole goes into this big hole. Octagonal hole. And then the stand designed specifically for each head cop. Yeah, so it looks like that extra panel covers up the exposed hips nicely. kinda gives it a neck. Yeah, so this is like a SWAT type of, like I guess a heavily armed police force type of head. Yeah, like look like side equipment, like little scanners here, and then the nice ridged faceplate, especially that kind of ridge here that really evokes Super Robo. Nicely intricately detailed chin, and then also the back of the elbows also have these little vents to complete the look. Yeah, you always love cheek vents on robots. A nice curvature to it, and big goggles that look like they could fold down, but they don't. They really don't. Even if you can pull them out a bit, they can't be pulled out a bit, but they can't slide down, so you're just left with the big golden eyes and the intricate badge logo sculpted in there. Yeah, so maybe I would have preferred the goggles to be a different color at least, because this does look a little black. A whole lot of black, not much to break it up. But otherwise, a nice head design. Yeah, so how these cardboard display stands work, it seems, it's you just basically, it's actually supposed to slide this in, but I guess you could just kind of rest it on here on this pre-cut mount. Just kind of rest there, I think. Doesn't really grasp on. Oh yeah, okay. I think if you lock it in the back a bit, yeah, like that, then it holds. No, yeah, putting pressure on cardboard, airy cardboard, I'm not sure how well that looks, but... Okay, that's a display. A little off-center since it's kind of sliding in from the back, but that's one way to display on a pretty sturdy cardboard box. But it's still cardboard. Huh, Battle Cop is slightly taller than Scien Cop, especially in the legs. But besides that, this was a small sampling of 2 out of 9 of the Miniforce head cops. Yeah, new interesting novelty. It's a great novelty. They are pretty good posable figures. They are mostly for display and play in their alternate modes, but they are affordable domestically, just about 20 each. Yeah, that's a nice little thing to collect all, if you can afford to collect pretty similar things, but I thought they would be all similar, but they do have some small engineering differences between them, so they're not all repetitive. Maybe I guess the back kibble is kind of cleaned up differently, also nice different accessories. There's a bit more than meets the eye for this Battle Cop. 9 of them right out of the gate, only in 2 waves, like 4 in the first wave and then 5 in the second wave. So many options to choose from. And it's maybe a bit of a guessing game which ones will sell out first in several years' time. Well, I guess the, popular Police and Fire might go out first, dead along with Battle Cop, and then maybe a couple of the others, like maybe the Marine and Dash Cop and maybe Scien will just linger in online stores for 2 to 3 years after Super Cops ends. So, with so many options to choose from, you could just try sampling one of them, because even though they might be slightly different, they are very similar, so maybe one of them will do just for you. And unlike V-Rangers, I'm not expecting Super Cops to come in the Chinese toy line this year. Maybe next year. Yeah, so these were nice small entry points. I don't know if I'm ever going to explore more of the Miniforce Super Cop stuff, like the 2 Titan-sized toys they introduced, and then later, a Storm Chaser police car, and then some of these heads, but bigger. I don't have any certain plans if I'm going to review any of those, so wait and see.